And we're live. Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for joining us for another episode of the Aetherseed Cycle of Stars, our D&D live play game set in my own little homebrew world, but with the clock moved to a modern era. So it's an era of industrialized might and magic, and you can buy cantrips from the pharmacy. And energy drinks actually heal you or give you special powers, and then they poison you, but that's another thing entirely. Before we jump into tonight's proceedings, which promise to be violent, deadly, and all over the place, we're just going to quickly around the room, and people can tell you who they are and who they are playing. And I'm going to go with Nate first, just for no reason.
Hello, I'm Nate. I'm playing Errol Reminash, the Craggling Fighter. That's my introduction. Hello.
Nate?
Hi, I'm Jade. I am playing Gwyl, so I am Fire Genasi chef who is currently going through a faith sort of transformation, I suppose is the best way to put it.
Or Ash?
Hi, I'm Ash. I'm playing Olo Proudburrow, the Lightfoot Halfling Rogue. Who's looking forward to a fight.
And the wrestler who's not looking forward to a fight?
Definitely not. Hi, I'm Kat. I'm playing RaQui MriTtyur, the Arakocra Bard. Definitely not looking forward to a fight. Have been coerced.
What are friends for?
Absolutely.
So last time we dealt with the aftermath of the assassination of the captain. The group was brought in to kind of give their opinions on what really should happen to the assassin in terms of their fate, imprisonment, whatsoever, and everything related. The captain then proceeded to teach Errol a bit of a lesson and forbid that he work in anything related to therapy or, helping others, as she considers our young Craggling to be woefully inexperienced in life. And so she considers he cannot even begin to empathize and truly connect with the people that need help, and thus would likely be incapable of providing any help. Will was hospitalized for a good chunk, though she had some dreams. And Errol experienced some after a bit of contact with the captain, where she transmitted over a few centuries worth of rage, anger, and sadness. Just to teach the young Craggling, who could not fathom how a family might seek vengeance across generations, perhaps a bit of a lesson on what those emotions are like. There was a bit of a dream, and Errol found himself discovering at least the beginnings of where things may go from here. Similarly, after the events of the assassination, where Will decided that pursuing the guilty and punishing them was of the highest priority, she too had dreams where her convictions were probed, if not tested outright. Although, on the other hand, was busy watching his students succeed, acquired a gift from one of them, and spoke with one of their instructors on perhaps pursuing a new set of skills, part of his journey into becoming perhaps a better person. And RaQui continued her investigation on the matters of life and death and anything related to her unique situation, and met an old friend in the library in the form of Mintra, who are Goth Genasi, now doing a bit of internship in this library. Olo, on the other hand, was approached by one of these instructors, and he commented that there is a competition approaching. Something of a combat arena, in theory underground, even though the authorities knew of it and just approved it because, the alternative was much worse. And he suggested Olo should participate along with his team, that the experience might prove enlightening in terms of different skills that people will bring to the group and party synergies and tactics, things that have been mentioned the team is rather lacking. Everyone pretty much jumped at the chance except RaQui, who was adamant that she would not participate. She didn't want to die. But through that wonderful bit of friendship called coercion, she was convinced to join the competition. We were 2 weeks away from the arena itself, and we're going to begin our session a few days after this discussion as the team prepares for the fight with their own little Rocky training montage. So I will ask you to tell me, what have you been doing to prepare for during these 2 weeks for fighting? Don't everybody start at once.
So I've been training after managing to actually not be in so much pain anymore and actually being out of the hospital properly. So I've just been kind of training my spells and trying to figure out different ways of doing it and things like that, basically. And trying to coerce the others into doing some group training exercises so that I can figure out how they work as well.
Well, RaQui, how's been your training?
Well, I'm pretty certain it was Errol that said that he'd get me ready. So Errol's going to tell you how my training's gone.
Errol?
I think I said I'd take you to the gym.
You're very quiet, Errol. Can you speak up a bit?
I'm pretty sure I said I would take you to the gym. So Errol has probably been helping RaQui for strengthening, training up, trying to make sure that she can, I don't know, at least take a hit, because currently that's not her strongest point.
Okay. Yeah, well, RaQui has a very recent experience of needing to muster her strength to stay aloft and failing miserably.
Yeah.
I'll ask you, has RaQui had, let's say, nightmares of that moment? As we've mentioned in the past, pretty much being aloft and being in the sky has always been perfectly natural to her, and just that drop might have been slightly traumatic.
Yeah. I wouldn't phrase it as like nightmares. I'd definitely say kind of flashbacks. But more so that like she's still really angry that the dude decided to jump on her in the first place. Because like, in what world does a bird dressed in scrubs look like they're going to be strong enough to support both them and yourself? But yeah, it certainly made her very aware of how not strong she is.
And I just want to clarify, even now, at all times, RaQui is always wearing scrubs?
Yeah.
Not weird at all. Olo, how's your training been?
My training's been a lot of knife work, practicing with the rapier. I've also spent some time in the library looking up tactics, books on like positioning and stuff like that.
Awesome. The days pass and they all kind of bleed together as you're preparing for this. And you've kind of been given, beside your different responsibilities, you've noticed that you kind of been given leeway into having free, let's say, more free time to prepare. As the days approach, you know, for the people you know, I will tell you straight up, for example, Errol, you have not seen Roderick in the past week or so. He just mentioned he had some things to take care of, some people to talk to. You get the feeling he might be training on his own, for his own little participation in this. And as the second week progresses, Darbus approaches you all. Goes, well, it seems you've been busy. Got a bit of, let's call it, administration to get care of before I jot you down for this underground, unsanctioned tournament, quote unquote. You all have a team name? What's
Yes,
the
we
team
do.
name?
No one else could. Fine, no one else is going to say it. The Redeemers.
The Redeemers. Very okay. That's okay. That's a strong name.
Because we're a strong team, obviously.
Hey, just to give you all a heads up on how this works. This will be 4-on-4 bouts. Anytime someone drops unconscious, that's a point for the other team. If you drop unconscious 3 times, you are removed from the combat. And, you have given the other team 3 points. If you are put in a situation where you might die, say, you're bleeding out or you get conked in the head very hard. In other words, if you get all 3 death saves or get enough damage that would just outright kill you, you are removed from combat and stabilized. You're not in danger of dying. But if that happens, the other team gets 4 points. There is no chance of anyone dying. There are very careful considerations and more than a few emergency teams in place in case anything goes wrong. The teams you'll be encountering have practiced their encounters very carefully. A lot of them are veterans in these type of competitions. So make sure your tactics are on point, because you'll need it. I'll be back in a few days to bring you up to where the arena is, and well, you'll first go into the preliminaries where you'll fight against a few teams and try to get as many points as you can. After that, those with, the top 8 go into the quarterfinals. And, from there on, typical tournament. Hopefully, you'll be getting a whole lot of points very quickly. I wish you the best. I have money. I mean, this will be a lot of prestige riding on you. I'll see you in a few days. Now, is there anything you all wish to do before we get ready to rumble?
I'd like to put some mana in my mana bank.
Okay. That's easy. How much are you banking? Full 20?
Yeah, full 20.
Okay. So to explain, it's a feature that we've introduced to their weavers, the technology they use to pretty much manage their spells and cast them. It's essentially a bank where they can just store magical energy and use it to power minor effects and minor spells. Because of the requirements of this technology of having a steady stream of mana to work, concentration spells, keeping their upkeep, and minor magical effects and cantrips do have a minimum, like a minor mana cost. But someone loading up this mana bank means they can just offload it from there instead of using their own. And that mana bank is also a good reserve for, I ran out of mana, juice up. That's good. I'm going to assume both you and Will do that on your own time. Anything else you want to take care of, personal or, professional, before we jump into these proceedings?
I'm going to go to the kitchen that I work at, thank them for the apple pie, and let them know that I'm all alive. Not that they didn't know that anyway. And I will also be letting them know.
You've kind of earned the name Cliff Jumper lately from the crew. They kind of get whispers of Cliff Jumper Soul or Cliff Jumper Will.
Yeah, okay. I appreciate that. I enjoy that. So yeah, and then I'll just let them know that I'm going to be entering this tournament thing as well, and that they better be
You make a perception check.
Okay. To 10.
A lot of them seem like a very surprised and shocked. Oh, that's interesting. And then you clock someone behind with like a board just putting down like a betting pool.
Okay, cool. I will also kind of slide in there, be prepared for making sure that there's more apple pies where that came from, just in case, Might do some crazy shit. Depends on what this sort of thing is.
We'll be keeping an eye out. Someone does tell the head of the kitchen says, I have been in such illegal, and just gives you a look at competitions in the past. There's a whole lot of pageantry involved. And that means if you can get the audience on your side, particularly by doing some crazy shit, that's a good thing.
Good to know. Thanks for the tip.
I haven't said anything. I need to go.
Yeah, your food's great.
And they walk away. Who else wants to do something?
I have before we fight, but it is just to find out what kind of loadouts people are bringing.
That's something that's up for you and your team to decide. You can do an investigation check to try to find out other people around the city who might be coming in and figuring out kind of their loadouts, but it's going to be difficult because you don't know who is participating or who not.
Well, no, I just meant the party, because if I drop my own needs of healing other people, which is the first aid module, I can add an extra damage dice onto I can switch up and just boost one of my other modules with the extra power.
So what is your loadout, folks? Are you going full damage, support? Maybe a module to get a slow fall if you're falling from a big height?
That's such a good idea. How much does one of those cost?
RaQui, the crest module might be something you want to get and boost. How much, if you've got space in your Weaver? It's my biggest. biggest one. Got like 30 points going into crest.
I need these.
As far as the last version went.
Okay, what is your armor module? Palisade?
Yeah, I'm running Palisade.
Palisade would not be compatible with Crest. Because Crest is for worn armor. Anything you have on you permanently. Palisade is a magic armor generator.
Yeah.
It's cheaper.
We could buy you some armor and then get you the crest module. Then you may have to give up your scrubs.
No.
Did you say no? I think just for this one. Yes.
Well, it's bad enough that you guys have persuaded me to take part. You can't tell me what to wear.
I mean, that's true.
Okay.
And then just to discuss strategy a little with the girls at least, because Olo and Errol kind of can stay
You just speak
near
up
each
a
other,
bit. You're going very quiet again.
but just to speak strategy for a minute with the girls, you know, RaQui has had some gym time, but we assume that RaQui stays ranged.
That's a fair assumption.
Will, are you happy to stay within range of RaQui?
Yeah, I will be between the both of you.
Y'all can use Errol and maybe Olo as a barrier to stay behind.
Yeah, as let's see. So as long as I'm kind of like, let's say 30 feet. Either way, like that's fine. Because then I can go and shoot off some healing if I need to, or I can just like guiding bolt, weapon, that sort of stuff. But also be in close proximity.
Conserve mana, try to keep Olo up as well. Olo's got some big damage.
Mm-hmm. If it helps as well, RaQui, I can give you +2 armor at the beginning.
Is that not a concentration?
10 minutes concentration, yes.
Which is now going to cost you mana.
But it does mean she doesn't have to be the one concentrating on it. Right? As in the Weaver does it for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's going to be what, 1 mana per round?
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I mean, it's up to you, but that's potentially quite a bit of mana. Up to you.
I mean, if any of these fights drag on for a
the
while,
boys aren't doing their job.
Yeah, if any of these fights drag on, there's going to be problems all over the place.
Exactly. Like, I don't mind. I don't mind just using my reserve mana to make sure that you don't get hit as much.
Can always strategically drop it if you think that you need to conserve more.
Exactly. It's not a case of I have to do it. I have to keep up the whole time.
Okay, all right, we'll go with that then.
Worth mentioning that do we have a strategy for who in an opposing team we might want to try to take out first?
You don't know the composition.
So potentially spellcasters, if there are any. I mean, they'll come first.
Olo, you have been reading about this, so I'll allow you a history check with advantage.
Get it.
So that is a 19.
Additional wisdom dictates two things. Punch the healer and take out the caster. After that, people who are, dependent on weaponry and martial arts, they have their damage sponges. They're usually people who can take a punch and keep rolling. You need to take out their support. Even on your own team, you know that trying to take out Errol before taking out any of the other spellcasters is bad.
There is some merit in RaQui staying close-ish to Errol in that sometimes I can redirect attacks and damage, but it's specific. I can't always do it.
How close is close?
Pretty close. Too close. Too close for comfort, but if dire strategy, we can group around you. Eggshell.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. The day of the competition comes, and Darbus comes and picks you up and says, "Let's go." And he takes you to basically the sports kind of stadium that is in the middle of the city, which is, where you have trained in the past. Only now there is a platform in the middle of the stadium, middle of the grass. There is a brass platform. It says, "Well, step on up and it'll take you to the venue."
Okay.
You step on the platform, light surrounds you, and you feel yourself being shot up. You see the city below you become a distant image. And you know this is more or less a submarine, so you feel like you're speeding towards the ceiling, and then you stop. And little by little, like one square at a time, this semi-translucent brickwork appears beneath you and begins to form a room around you, and you see beyond it at first as stands are created, an arena is placed, like balconies, VIP, and slowly this arena in the sky is formed before the brick kind of dims a bit. It still has this strange crystalline quality, but now it looks a lot more like brickwork. And you are in a waiting room with tables and seats and refreshments that say Redeemers. You hear cheers popping up later as more and more people fill this space. You hear what looks like the muffled cries of an MC just hyping people up. An announcer just celebrating this. And your sign lights up green. and you hear a voice coming from someone who says, Redeemers, you are next up. Getting ready. You are 5 away from prime time.
I think that's us, guys.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
Yeah.
Errol gets up.
Early's Ed. Just having a quick drink.
Are you having an energy drink?
No, these things are poison.
What kind of energy drink did you chug?
It was just a plain cola. It wasn't an energy drink.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. A plain cola will give you +1 to initiative.
Ooh.
It did mention that energy drinks and such and popular drinks have effects. You just can't drink too many of them because they turn kind of poisonous.
Yes, I will have an energy.
Maybe we all should have just cheersed with something.
I'm going to have an energy drink because...
Kind of energy drink.
Let's go for something fiery. Like it has like a fiery name on it.
Okay. You drink this. It is, basically like a Naga chili based energy drink. It's kind of most people can't drink it. For you, it's soothing as hell. As a fire genasi, this energy drink will give you for 1 minute. Let's say 2 minutes. You're gonna have for 10 rounds in this combat. You will have advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
Ricky needs to drink one of those.
Yeah, Ricky, do you want one of these?
I mean, after he literally just said, for you as a fire genasi, it's fine. For anybody else, it would be not fine.
I mean, it's spicy, so it would feel hot. But I am just drinking copious amounts of coffee and pacing backwards and forwards. Okay, I'm going to have you make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh,
you said a copious amount of coffee.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys told me to do this, so that's all right. It's fine. Constitution.
Yeah.
17.
17. You have the same +1 initiative that Olo has.
Aww.
If you had failed, that would have given you a penalty in something else.
Is there one of those like
you don't know
espresso shot energy drinks?
I mean, yeah, there's an espresso shot.
Yeah, I think Errol's gonna go for an espresso shot, just kicking the caffeine.
Okay, +1 initiative. Okay.
Roll high.
With that, then the nameplate on your door begins to blink and goes like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just says ready with an intervention mark.
Let's go pageantry, lads, pageantry. And then
the room disappears around you, and for a moment you are left standing in nothing. You see again that the city spread beneath you, and then slowly everything begins to reform around you, but it begins reforming around you separately. So first, Will, you begin to see the sand of the arena appear beneath you, and you hear the announcer go. Where is it? The thing. Is this the echo? Yes. He goes, and now she will pursue her man, even if she has to jump out a window. It's Cliff Jumper, Will Soul.
Yeah.
And Will just appears in the arena. RaQu's cheers around for everyone.
Yeah, I'm awesome. I'm a cliff jumper. Let's go.
Look out, fellas. If you die, you'll end up on her slab. And she will have, according to rumor, lots to do with you. It's RaQui MriTtyur, There's some cheers. You can see like the section that's like the other MEs kind of cheering for you. There is a weird vibe. We're like, something's off here. Fellas, he's sneaky. He's tiny. But mess with him and he'll kick you in the nuts. And Olo pops in. You still haven't made enough of a name to get the same level of introduction. But that's what this place is all about.
That's because I'm not jumping out windows. I'm good.
Sensible.
He's built like a tank, and he's the group's tank. Welcome, Errol Ramanesh. You appear, and how do you organize yourselves for the fight? What is your positioning?
So I'm going to be between Errol and RaQui. So kind of
okay.
Like that. So this
about like 10 feet between each of them?
How big is the ring?
It's a massive arena.
Okay. So maybe 30 feet between.
Okay, so you want to be that would mean that there's 60 feet between RaQui and
no, okay.
Errol.
Well, Errol, you say where you're going to be because I'm going to be between the both of you. So
I mean, I'll stand at the front of the group. Y'all can arrange yourselves behind me, but I wouldn't suggest getting super far away. At least not at the beginning. I don't want us to be in like fireball range or anything, but
it's always that's a risk.
Exactly. I would say spread out, but keep RaQui somewhere within not too far distance from everybody. And Will stay pretty close to RaQui, wherever RaQui is, because you are also pretty tanky.
Well, if I'm like 20 feet, if I'm like 30, 20 feet away from RaQui, that's just one movement anyway. But I could still get my spells to reach her.
But she can't reach any of us if she's 60 feet away from us.
No, she's 30 feet from me. She's 30 feet from me, roughly, depending on where you want her in proximity to you.
I'm not in charge. RaQui can put herself wherever she wants. Just stay close to her. I stand at the front of the group. I am shield.
Okay, Olo?
Yeah, I'm literally like 5 foot behind him.
Okay. RaQui?
I am at the back, but I'm only gonna go probably just about 40 feet from the front.
Okay. On the ground or up?
I'm going to start on the ground.
Okay. And so, Will, you are what, 30 feet further back? Or in between Errol
I'm in between Errol and RaQui.
Okay, so it'll be 20 feet. Like, just for, ease of math, it will be about 20 feet like straight up between both of them.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. As you all gonna get ready, you see your competition begin to appear, and you just see them all like wearing robes. So 2 of them wearing like dark robes, 2 of them wearing white robes. Their faces and features obscured, and there's this hum, kind of like a chant, coming from them, and the audience kind of joins in. You know them, folks. You love them. You've seen them before. There are sneaky prayer group. What we bless in the shadows. And what we bless in the shadows, a 2 cleric, 2 rogue group approaches. The rogues remove the robes, and it's 2 lizard men rogues with short swords, with like very light, like basically stab vests. Kind of move up to the front. They're about now like 30 feet away from you, Errol, which is kind of like the starting distance for the frontline fighters. The clerics are both positioned 60 feet behind them. Fair distance away from you and the other folks. So roll initiative. I've already rolled, while you were discussing, I rolled the initiative for my fighters. I'm going to ask in turn, and you will tell me. Olo.
27.
Nice. RaQui.
9.
Well, that's not good. Will.
13.
13. And Errol.
16.
16. Okay. Olo, you are one of my rogues goes first. He moves towards Errol and then holds his action. Next up is you, Olo.
Where's the rogue? Right next to Errol, is it
Yes.
now? Oh,
You could move in to give him a sneak attack.
Did shoot him for a sneak attack if you feel like it.
28.
That hits.
That is 23 points of damage.
It's a very good hit. The audience cheers, and the lizard folk rogue looks at you and says, "Respect."
And then as a bonus action, I will hide.
Okay. I will make a perception check from the rogue. He does. You are hidden. It is the turn of my first cleric, and he will make an attack roll. That is a 20 to hit Errol.
20 is my armor class.
Oh, he cast a 3rd level guiding bolt. You take 13 points of radiant damage, and you are glowing like a neon sign. And now the rogue will take his action and attack with advantage. Okay, with that attack, that is a 24 to hit.
Yep, hits.
Okay. You take 21 points of piercing damage. And he's going to make a follow-up attack. That doesn't hit. You see him strike with the with a blade and then try to chomp on you. But you kind of move the shield in the way of the bite attack. Next up is my second cleric, who will do another guiding bolt at you. For a 22 to hit.
As a bonus reaction, can I use silvery barbs, please?
How far away are you from them?
How far are they away?
They
from
are
Errol?
away. They are 60 feet away from the initial position of the rogues, and the rogues have moved now 30 feet, which is where Errol is. They are 90 feet away from Errol.
Okay, ignore that then.
Because guiding bolt has a range of 120. Errol, you take 25 points of radiant damage.
Down.
Okay. As you go down, now comes my rogue, and he stabs you once and bites you. You're out. He has advantage on the roll because you are unconscious, and either of my rolls will hit you. And the bite, both will hit you, even if I have to take a lower roll. 4 points for them. Errol is removed from combat.
Have fun, guys.
You see and you hear the announcer go, the crowd goes while the announcer goes, and there we have it. What we play in the shadows does their signature move. The clerics just taking advantage of their light up. The clerics light them up like signs, and they take advantage of that. Now comes, it would be Errol, but it's now Will.
Cool.
Errol, you appear again in the dressing room. You for a moment are unconscious. You wake up, and there is an aura around you that is already healing you. But you are sitting there, and there's basically like a floating screen that shows what's going on, and you see the replay of what happened, and you see how they effectively synergized the spells with their rogues and just took you out. Will.
So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to play them at their own game. I'm going to use Guiding Bolt on one of the rogues.
Okay.
Which are closer to us.
Both are from you, 20 feet.
Yep, that's fine. Because they're close to me, so that's fine.
One of them is injured, the other one is perfect.
Cool. Let's go for the one that's injured.
Okay.
That's not good. That did not work.
Did you just fall?
Did I fall?
You kind of went backwards, like out of the camera for a bit.
No, I no, I did not.
Okay.
But my I basically did in game with the natural 1 for my guiding bolt.
It goes wild and actually bashes against a barrier that is covering the outside and protects the audience from, you destroying them.
Yeah, well, I am a little bit distracted with the fact that Errol just got taken out very, very quickly. Because there was no chance of doing that at all. Let's go.
Spiritual weapon?
Yeah, spiritual weapon. Let's go for it.
Hey, you are 20. You are perfectly placed to put that spiritual weapon to use.
Cool. So my... Bear with me a minute. What am I going to use? What's it going to be? let's go for a spiralizer.
Very menacing kitchen tool appears.
Yes. And I rolled a 19, so that comes to 25 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. Ah, yes. With full damage of 11.
11. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Fair
I rolled
chunk.
an 8 and it has +3.
Fair chunk of damage.
And that is my go, basically.
Awesome. That then brings us to RaQui. Does RaQui leave the battle?
It's tempting. Oh. Olo's hiding, right?
Yeah, he's hiding behind. Though that's the question. You're in an open arena. Before you would have been hiding behind Arrow. Because that's your usual move, hide behind the big guy. The big guy has disappeared, so I think Errol is no longer hiding. Because this is just sand. I would say you can see Errol. You can see Olo.
Olo.
Although don't worry, for the purposes of sneak attack damage, I will count the spiritual weapon as an ally.
Okay. I'm going to cast Enhance Ability at 3rd level so that I can target both Will and Olo. Give you guys Air's Endurance. You now have advantage on any Constitution checks, and I'm also going to give you an additional 2d6 of temporary hit points.
Awesome.
Which is 8. Not a huge amount. And as a bonus action, I am going to use Bardic Inspiration on Olo.
What is the form of your Bardic Inspiration?
I mean, pretty freaked out flapping going on here because Errol literally just pretty much got 1 shot. So, yeah.
Technically, he got like 6 shots. But
I mean, yeah, but like in one go and just disappeared. So, yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's it then for RaQui. We come to the top of the round. The rogue that is engaged with Olo will since Olo moved away a bit, he is going to move towards Olo, and he is going to save his action. Olo, it's your turn.
How's the injured rogue look?
Fairly injured. If you want to make an insight or a medicine check, I can give you more information.
Oh yeah, I'd be shit at both of those. Let's try an insight. Yeah, 6.
6. You don't know. I mean, he looks injured, but I mean, these guys took out Errol in one swift go. So you're not entirely sure, how badly they might be.
How far away is he from me now?
He is right on top of you.
Okay, cool. I will stand up and stab him in the face.
Go for it.
Uh, 18.
18 does not hit. You go for the stab and literally parries with the short sword. Sparks flying in the air and the audience going, ooh.
I will then move.
Will provoke an attack of opportunity.
No, I won't.
Disengage?
Nope. I'll use my rapier, and I'm a swashbuckler. So I'll move.
Wait, when did you switch to swashbuckler?
I've been swashbuckler since I got to choose a
Really?
rogue. Yeah,
Cool.
I've just been hiding behind arrow a lot. So I'll move 15 foot back from the thief.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, nothing. There's nothing I can do. I'll just hold. That's my turn.
Cool. It is the first cleric's turn, and he is not going to cast Guiding Bolt. Instead, first cleric begins to concentrate, putting their hands together, and a storm cloud appears over the arena, centered in the middle of your group. And I need RaQui to make a dexterity saving throw.
18.
18. That is enough. You save. Yeah, you save. But the cleric will channel his divinity and max out the lightning damage. So you take 15 points of lightning damage. It's turn for the other cleric, and they will do the same, overlapping the spell. RaQui, I need another saving throw from you.
17.
Success. Channel divinity, you take another 15 points of lightning damage.
I'm down.
Okay.
And I'm down.
The bear's endurance drops. You lose the temporary hit points. It is seeing this going. The other rogue will now move towards. Will cunning action dash and move and uses movement to move 60 up to 60 feet. He's going to move 40 towards RaQui and is going to use his attacks to take out RaQui. Going to make the attacks. That hits, and the other one hits. RaQui, you're removed from combat.
Do rogues don't they only have one attack?
These are lizard folk. They have a bonus action. Sorry, I can only won't use a cunning action, but I can do the bite. You have 2 death saves. Because I can't use a bonus action. 2 death saves. The other rogue who had moved but then saved the action will now instead use his bonus action to dash and will move close enough to RaQui to throw the short sword at you. He's rolling with disadvantage because you are prone and, well, range attacks at disadvantage. So if he misses, he's wasted his sword. The sword clatters near your feet, but does absolutely nothing. And he's looking at it. The other one is looking at him like, seriously? RaQui, you have 2 death saves. And they have 1 point for you dropping. That is the end of their turn. It is now Will's turn.
Cool. So it's going to be an action anyway. That's fine. So Olo and Ricky, I'm gonna use Beacon of Hope. So you each get advantage on Wisdom saving throws and Death saving throws. And you regain maximum number of hit points possible from any healing. And then I will use my bonus action, healing words. Let me just check how much mana I've got there. Second level healing word, which the
Maxed out?
maximum. Yeah, it'll be maxed out because it's so 2d4 plus 7.
That's 15.
So Ricky gets 15 HP back.
Okay. That then brings us to Ricky. Ricky, there is a rogue about 10 feet away from you. There is a short sword at your feet.
Yeah.
And the other rogue is still about 30 feet away from you. And sorry, there's a rogue adjacent to you because he moved towards you to strike you down, and the other one is 10 feet away from you. Olo is on his own. Will is on her own, and the other two clerics are way in the back, about 100 feet away from you, channeling their call lightning.
So how long that maximum healing is that just once, or does that last?
Concentration.
It's concentration, so it'll be 6 rounds if I use it the whole time.
And is it for any form of healing?
Any healing you receive.
Yep. Possible from any healing, yes.
Yeah, if you want to use the first aid module, it'll be maxed out too.
The one that's 10 feet away from me, is he the ropey looking one or the not
No,
so
the one that's
one?
that's the one that's looking rough. The one that's 10 feet away. The one that's adjacent, that one's still fairly fresh.
Okay. So just gotta hope and pray. The really ropey looking one.
Okay.
I am going to use Chill Touch.
Awesome.
Just hope I hit. Oh, that's not 26.
26 hits.
Right. So he has. He's annoyed with me now. No. Hang on. Try again. Let's forget to the right dice. Oh, nice. 14 points of necrotic damage.
Oof.
And he cannot regain any hit points until the start of my next turn.
Awesome. He is looking severely rough.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to use my first aid module.
Okay.
on myself.
You heal then for 2d4, so 8.
I've got it boosted twice.
Oh, so 3d4 then.
3d4, yeah.
Awesome. So 12 HP more.
Yeah. And that's me done for now.
Hey, that brings us to the top of the round. The rogue that is very damaged will move to you, RaQui, and attempt to strike. That is a 29 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Hits you for 10 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
And he will go for the bite. It hits. Deals 4 points of piercing damage. But unfortunately for him, the healing that he would get from the bite doesn't work. Because RaQui, you have screwed with that. That is his turn. It is the cleric's turn, and they're gonna pick another point in the map. Because right now, targeting RaQui might be a bit dangerous. So I'm gonna need Olo to make a dexterity saving throw.
A 24.
That's a success, but you take 7 points of lightning damage. The second rogue will once again move also to RaQui and make his first attack. Natural 1. He was going to hit you with his punch. He falls prone. So he's only thing he's going to do is grab his short sword and stand up, use the rest of his movement to do that. He can't do anything else. The natural 1 means he wastes the rest of the action. So you are, I don't know how, you are safe. It's the turn for the other cleric. I need Olo to once again make a save.
13.
Take another 14 points of lightning damage. It is now Olo's turn.
How far are the 2 rogues from me now?
Right now, they are 40 feet away from you because they are back where RaQui is.
Okay, I'll take my bonus action to move 40 foot up to the injured one.
Okay.
And stab him in the back of the head.
Go for it.
$16
is not enough. Sadly.
And then I move 10 foot back away from them.
You have still got Bardic Inspiration, FYI.
Oh, yeah. What's that? That's a...
On the 8 at this point?
D8, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to use it.
Go for it.
No,
We also
shouldn't.
have a +3 in the rolls.
2. I mean, Megan, I don't know why you're giving boosts. You have done nothing wrong. You have not drawn any monsters. No need to help them.
Yeah, no. I got a 1 on that D8.
So that would bring you up to 18, which is not enough. Oh, that's too bad, man. That's too bad.
Another +3.
I mean, you want to use a +3, that will bring you up to 21, and that would be a hit. Their AC is 20.
Okay, let's do that then. We're all in here.
Okay, all in, and that's a hit.
And that hits for 19 points of damage.
He's down. He goes down. That brings us then to Will.
Oh, the other Rogue is still up.
Yeah, he's still up.
Moved my spiritual weapon to go to hit him.
Your spiritual weapon can only move 20 feet, and it's already 20 feet in front of you where Errol was. You would need to move it 40 feet to go back to where RaQui is. So you can only move it halfway there.
That's fine though. I can still move it
alternatively, you can just dismiss it and recast it again if you want. Though that costs a whole lot more mana.
Yeah, it does. You know what? I'll leave it for the moment because I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay.
So
you want to move it closer, or
I'm not moving it at all currently.
Okay.
I'm gonna, because I want to see what happens first with my action before I do my bonus action.
Okay.
So how far away are they from me?
40 for you, 20 feet.
Sure, let's do that. I'm gonna do a 5-foot move forward.
Okay.
And use burning hands.
Okay.
So dexterity saving throw, please.
That's
And is it both of them within each other? Like the downed one and then
that one gets one failed death save immediately.
Cool.
That is a 22.
Okay,
from
so
the good one.
that's fine. So it just takes half damage. Please roll fine. 9. So half of 9 is 4.
Okay.
Of fire damage. Okay, keep my shield of faith up. That's fine. That's a concentration. So does that take a thing? Does it take like an action or something for me to do concentrate?
No, if you're keeping up a spell that's already concentrating, you just keep it.
That's fine. So then I still have my bonus action. So I do. RaQui, would you like some more healing?
I won't say no.
Cool. Bonus actions, healing word. And that will be, let's go for first level because I'm running low on mana.
Yep.
So that is 10 points of healing back. That's my action.
Okay. It is RaQui's turn.
If the second rogue is now in my space, right?
Yeah, he is right
So
next
if
to
I
you.
try and move, he's going to get an attack of opportunity.
He will.
Amazing.
I mean, it's a risk, or you can also take your action and disengage and move that way, but you would not have your action to do anything else.
How many failed death saves has the one that's down had?
1.
Just 1. Mm-hmm. I'm going to be really mean. I'm going to stay where I am.
Gonna claw him? Talon him?
No, I'm just going to use Chill Touch again.
Chill Touch is a range attack. You will roll with disadvantage because he is prone.
On the one that's down?
Yes, because he is on the ground.
Even though he's unconscious?
Yes. You would have,
Okay,
because he is prone, you would have advantage. In your case, it would be a straight roll, just a single roll, because you have advantage from him being paralyzed and helpless. But he is also prone, so a range attack gets disadvantage.
Okay. Change that. Can I stab him with a scalpel?
You have advantage on that roll. You can also use your fucking talents, but okay.
I mean, yeah, I could, but
Her talons are
Right,
scalpels.
yeah.
Yeah, they have scalpels attached to them with wire.
Yeah.
For extra damage.
20.
That is exactly their AC.
Yeah.
So Rogue One is removed from combat. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration again. I am going to give another one. I'm going to give another one to Olo.
Okay.
Refill him.
It is the top of the round again. The messed up rogue has been removed. It is now Olo's turn.
I'll run up to the other rogue and stab him in the face.
Go for it.
No.
Aries, your attack. He's now looking very wary of his surroundings. It's his turn. Sorry, no, it's the cleric's turn. Will, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Nat 20.
Okay.
So that's 22.
You take 5 points of lightning damage as you are struck by a bolt of lightning.
Cool.
I also 20 to hit on attack.
Mhm.
Okay. $30 points of radiant damage.
30. Okay.
It is now the rogue's turn. The rogue will bonus action disengage and use that in his movement to run towards Will and make an attack roll. Uses a 30 feet for the disengage and then 10 of his movement. That is a 25 to hit.
Yep.
Can I... He's within 60 feet, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Silvery barbs.
Okay, then instead of advantage, he has straight roll. Because he has advantage because of the guiding bolt.
Yeah.
So I didn't roll advantage, by the way. Just rolled a single die. And because it already hit, I didn't roll the other one. So we'll roll it again. That is a 17 to hit.
Just hit, yeah.
Oh, fuck me. $26 points of slashing damage.
Yep, I'm out.
That was sneak attack.
Yes, they had advantage on the attack.
Didn't he lose sneak attack because the advantage was taken off?
He is also a swashbuckler, meaning that he has the alternative that if he is the only combatant with him and there's no one around, sneak attack. That means Will is down. One more point to this group. That brings us then to RaQui. All right, Will, I need you to make a death save, of course. And Beacon of Hope is now dropped.
Yep. $18.
Once good save.
Yep.
Right. I'm gonna go for chill touch on the other rogue.
Okay.
And it hits. +7, 20.
That is exactly his armor class.
Um, 6 points of necrotic damage. And then I'm going to use bonus action healing word.
Okay.
At 3rd level for Will. $13 HP back.
That then brings us top of the round, and it's Olo's turn.
Bonus action, dash towards the other rogue.
Yep.
10-foot movement to get next to him and stab him in the face.
Go for it.
24.
That hits.
That is 24 points of damage.
Ooh,
I will
beautiful.
then use the remainder of my movement to move 15 foot away from him.
Awesome. Good movement. It is now the turn of my 2 clerics. First cleric, Will, I need a dex save from you.
Yep. $16.
That is exactly the save. You take 9 points of lightning damage.
Mhm.
The second cleric, same thing. They have you down. They want to keep you down.
$16 again.
Is 17 points of lightning damage.
Down again.
And now it's the rogue's turn. He's going to stab you in the ground. Is RaQui going to do anything? Silvery barbs, anything?
Yeah, I'll try silvery barbs again.
Straight roll for him. That is a 23 to hit, which does hit. To the saves, and then the follow-up bonus action bite. 28 to hit. Will is removed from combat. Well, folks, things are looking grim for the Redeemers. Can they turn this around? It is now Will's turn. Sorry, not
No.
Will's turn. Sorry.
No, I was going to say, I'm not.
So, Will, you appear in the room, like right next to Errol. Just she appears like there's a sprinkle of light, and boom, she just lands on the sofa, and you're awake again, and you feel that aura healing you as well. And the moment you appear, and much like Megan said, it is rough. You appear, and there is a moment, an instant replay of what happened that got you out. And we dive back in to the action with RaQui.
So the rogue disengaged from me, right?
That was the last turn because you went straight for for.
No. I'm just making sure that he's nowhere near me. That's fine.
Yeah, nowhere near you.
I'm gonna move away.
Further away?
Yeah, I don't
Leaving
wanna do
combat
anything.
away?
No. Suppose I'd better not. Yeah, I'm gonna move so that I'm gonna use my full flying movement. I'm gonna fly away from him.
Okay, right now he's about 20 feet away from you. How much more do you want to put the distance between you?
The full 50 feet.
Okay, so yeah, you're moving to be 70 feet away from him, which would put you at exactly 150 feet away from the clerics.
Oh, good. And then I am gonna see whether or not I can hit him with chill touch again and just stop him from being healed. Ooh. No, I don't think that hits. 18.
18 does not hit.
Okay.
He dodges your spell attack. Once again, keeping, even though things may be turning in numbers in his favor, he saw his buddy taken out, and for a moment there, he was surrounded. So he's very wary of anything going on around him. That brings the beginning of the round. Olo, you are right there with him.
And I stab him in the face.
Or you attempt to, at least.
No, I do. 26.
Go for it.
And that is a 23 points of damage.
He drops a point to this group.
And as a bonus action, I take out my dagger and stab him.
You can attack roll with advantage.
Uh, 25.
25. That hits, and he is removed from combat.
Stands up, turns towards the clerics, and...
Look, folks. Look, hey, we said he was small but dangerous. The Redeemers look to be turning this around. Though now they just need their medical examiner to stop running away from the fight. But I'm sure there's a strategy. I'm sure. It's the cleric's turn, and they sustain their spells. Olo, I need 2 dexterity saving throws from you.
20 and a 10.
10 is a failure. So for this one, you take 3 points of lightning damage.
One sec.
Uncanny dodge doesn't work with this.
No, okay, cool.
Uncanny dodge is an attack roll. So for the not failed one, you take 28 points of lightning damage.
And I'm down.
And the 2 clerics move 30 feet forward. That is now then RaQui's turn.
Okay, right. I'm going to bonus action healing word at
Cannot.
third level. I can't.
Because healing word has, what is the range? 60 feet? Olo is right where the rogue was, which is 70 feet away from you. Because you did move the full 50 away.
That's fine. I will just move forward 10 feet.
It's worth keeping track of.
Nope, that's fine. So that I'm within range. And then healing word third level. that's not too bad. 12 points back. And then for my action, I'm going to cast Enhance Ability, but this time, Olo, I'm going to give you Cat's Grace, which gives you advance on dexterity checks.
But not saves, so these are saves.
Oh, okay. Scrap that then.
Give bears. Extra temp HP is great.
Yeah, I'll give you Bear's Endurance then. Let me just roll how much it is. And you can have 8 additional HP.
Awesome. That then is top of the round again. Olo, you're up.
What's first aid use? Bonus action.
Action. If you want to spend triple the amount of charges, you can do it as a bonus. One of the features on your weavers. It's called overclocking.
Always get more first aid. Just refill the module, buy a new module, whatever.
Okay, so how far away are the clerics from me at the
clerics were... The clerics were 110 away from you. Now they are 80 feet away from you.
Okay. Bonus action, dash. 50 feet.
Did you use the module as a bonus action or haven't used the module at all?
Haven't used the module.
Okay.
Which gives me...
Yeah, but you basically got bonus action dash and your movement. You have double your movement, which would be 50.
So I'll move up to one of them.
No, you can't. Your movement is 25 feet, right, as a gnome.
Yeah.
With dash, that doubles it with your movement. So it gives you an extra 25 to your movement. It becomes 50. So you're still 30 feet away from them. Unless you also use your action to further dash and add 25 more on top of that, which would leave you 5 feet away from them.
Yeah, no, I'll just shoot him in the face.
Okay. Any movement or from where you are 80 feet away?
From where I am.
Okay.
16.
It does not hit.
Okay.
The bolt goes through one of the robes. Then the cleric kind of eyes the robe and does the thing where he kind of pulls it and puts 2 fingers through it, like, damn. That is your turn then. The clerics will maintain the spell for now, though fortunately they can hold it for a long while, though their mana is going to run out well before that. I need you to make 2 dex saves. It's the most cost-effective spell they have in the current circumstances.
15 and 19.
15 and 19. The first one is a miss. That is 17 points of lightning damage.
And on yeah.
And the second one is a 1 failed death save. That's 2 times down, 2 points for this team. RaQui, it is your turn.
What is it to pull mana out of the mana bank?
Bonus action.
Bonus action. Right now, I'm going to bonus action first aid for Olo.
First aid, you need to be, that's a touch distance.
No.
You need to move up to him.
How far? He's within 50 feet of me, isn't he?
No, yeah, he is where he was before. He didn't move.
Because he didn't move. Okay. You move up to him. Do that. 7 hit points back for you. And then has one of the clerics already been hit?
No. The bolt went through his robe, almost hit him, but missed.
I'll try and throw a firebolt at one of them.
Go for it. What is the range on firebolt?
120.
Perfect.
20 to hit.
That hits. Definitely hits.
Uh, 15 points of fire damage.
I'm going to roll his concentration. If he succeeds, barely. That's a wonderful hit. You fire the firebolt at him, and it rocks him, and he kind of pats himself out desperately, and then you see the storm cloud flickers for a moment, but he goes back to like praying harder to keep it aloft. That is your turn. Did you heal Olo? Or not?
Yeah, no, I gave him, I think it was 7 hit points, 8 hit points, something like that.
Awesome. Okay, so that brings us to Olo then. Top of the round.
I will move towards the nearest cleric.
Okay.
And stab him in the face.
Again, if you didn't last turn, you didn't move. So they are 80 feet away from you.
Okay, I'll shoot him in the face.
Are you moving this time or staying put?
Staying put.
Okay.
$16.
16 does not hit. It's the same thing you rolled last turn.
You have still got.
Yeah, you still have Bardic Inspiration. And have we been given any more bonuses? No.
No, I won't be using them. No.
Okay. Sure?
Yep.
Okay. It is the cleric's turn, and now I need both RaQui and Olo to make the dex saves. Because you are within 5 feet of one another, and they target 8 points, and everyone within 5 feet of the point needs to make the save and take the damage. 2 saves.
17 and a 24 with a nat 20.
Awesome. So both have damage. And you,
Failed
Olo?
on both. Failed on both.
Okay. So the first one is going to be 16 to you, Olo, and 8 to RaQui. And the second one is going to be 13 to you, Olo, and 6 to you, RaQui.
I'm down.
Olo goes down for the third time, is removed from combat. RaQui, at that point, you receive a message, sent by a message cantrip from the announcer saying, "You are new to this encounter. Just want to give you the heads up. If you choose to retire from the combat, you will not be giving more points to your adversaries. It's a built-in rule to prevent, well, ganging up. Unless you wish to continue this fight. Up to you.
I'm going out in a minute anyway, so let's go out with a bang. Why not?
Okay.
I'm gonna do one last bonus action of first aid on myself.
Okay, that's 3 more charges.
Yeah, I'm looking a bit light on charges. I will need to be going to a shop.
Or like a subscription service now. You know how you get how HP, like Hewlett Packard sends you a brand new ink cartridge if you're running low, but they charge you an arm and a leg for it. It's kind of like that.
And then I'm going to throw another firebolt. Why not?
Go for it.
24 to hit.
24 to hit. That hits. Most definitely hits.
Same dude. It's annoying me now. 14 points of fire damage.
14. Nice. Those are some banging hits. You've reduced this cleric to half health. Do you want to roll your two dexterity saving throws?
Why not? Oh, look. 1 save, 1 fail.
The save is 18, so 9. And the fail is 14.
And I'm down.
And you are immediately removed from combat. Only 1 point is given to them by the ganging up rule applies to this. Well, that's it, folks. Our preliminary match is done. What we bless in the shadows has won. We have seen them do this time and time again. It seems they're up for a rise this tournament as well, though we do hope to see the Redeemers come back, and we hope to see the rematch in which they teach these four people a lesson. Yes, you all kind of deserve it and have it coming. You horrible, horrible people. But for now, celebrate your victory. And Olo first and then RaQui pop up in the waiting room. The healing aura already at work. And again, replays popping up of the moments of your defeat. You are pretty much back to full health within minutes. And you realize for the magically inclined, the room is also enhancing the recovery of your mana. So within like 10 minutes, you are topped up once more.
Awesome.
I leave this to you to discuss. So you know what? I think this is as you're all sitting there in this room after this bout, I think it's a perfect place to take our 10-minute break because we've kind of gone over a bit our usual time. So let's take 10 minutes to stretch, get a drink, everybody, and we're back with the rest of our story and the aftermath of the first preliminary. We'll be back in a bit. It just looks like you're fondling the swordy guy in your background.
He deserves it.
What nice arms.
And we're back, folks. Hope you all had a moment to stretch and relax. We're back, and we find the Redeemers in their waiting room. You're being restored. There are refreshments, drinks there, some snacks, and other preliminaries are going on as this first day goes. What's the mood in the room? What conversations are being had? Errol, I'm gonna go through each of you then. Errol, what's Errol's state of mind?
He's mad. He's so very mad. But Will's probably the only one who saw it. She popped in the middle fight, I guess, and he would have tried to feign being less pissed off.
I can't hear you very well, Errol.
He would have tried to feign being less pissed off as soon as she turned up.
Let's have you make a deception check for me versus insight.
Literally, press my character sheet for 1 second. I think I've closed it. 1 sec.
That was Errol just leaving. He's like, shit, she's gonna know.
Hang on. I have advantage on deception, but I'm not very good at it. So.
That's the weirdest sentence I've ever heard. I have advantage on deception, but I'm not very good at it.
Weird rune knight fit. Advantage is definitely helpful. 19.
I rolled
1 and an 18.
Well, your insight?
my insight was 16.
You managed to hide your true emotions from Will. And then, yep, continue.
Then as everybody else turns up, just kind of go, you guys did great, but really great. I was sat here watching everything happen. I'm just sorry.
Will, what is going on through your head as you arrive in this resting room and as the match and time passed?
At first she was just like, oh, come on. And then it was like, no, it's fine. It's okay. I did the best I could do. I healed. I used most of my mana. Like,
Wait, we have an echo.
hello?
We have an echo. Again?
Oh, no, I heard you echo then.
Okay.
Hello? No, it's not working. Okay, cool. Yeah, so, yeah, I was like, I did really well. I was healing. I used up I had like 1 point of mana left, and I'm like, for fuck's sake. Like, that guiding bolt, if I'd have just got that guiding bolt at the beginning, would have been a different story. But no. I saw Errol go down, and I'm like, what the actual fuck?
Olo, what is going through Olo's mind as the match kept progressing and now landing in this resting room?
Olo's like proper pissed off. We lacked some preparation, and he's like, "What can we do? What?" He's trying to work out what tactics would have worked against them better. We didn't have the range to take out the clerics. They burst damage down our tank far too easy. So he's thinking, oh, maybe we need to get Errol some better armor. Maybe we need to we need to make sure Errol stays up. So at least at the very worst, there's a target for him for a bit longer. And he kicks over a chair, and then he picks it up and dusts it off.
Ricky, you were the last Aerocockerus standing before you dropped. How is Ricky feeling?
So kind of a bit of a mixture. Annoyed because she didn't even want to be here. Afraid because I'm pretty sure we've got to do this all over again. But also a bit smug, because considering that she didn't want to be here and everybody was ribbing her for being super weak, she was, last bird standing and all that.
I'm going to ask a question. You're going to please tell me the truth about this. Despite not wanting to be here, and with that little smugness, and in her heart of hearts, in the back of her mind, did RaQui have a little fun with this? Not that she would say to anybody, but did she actually have a little fun?
I think when she started getting really pissed off and like started throwing firebolts and like gloves came off and it all kind of went out the window, at that point, yes, because she kind of just didn't really care. But yeah, wouldn't tell anybody.
We know the truth. At the end of the fight, RaQui was having fun. You were all sitting. Olo kicked off a chair, then picked it up again and sat. And slowly, a tense silence falls over the room, perhaps. Unless someone wishes to break it.
You know what? We need to maybe change our gear and strategy maybe a little bit. No?
What are your suggestions?
I'm suggesting maybe we look at treating ourselves a little bit with new things like, I know, weapons or modules, or maybe upgrading our weavers.
Yeah, maybe time to get some new armor, but you guys out there look pretty good. I don't think the strategy was wrong, considering you took out a fair chunk of them in return.
Well, maybe we need to just get a bit speedier in like our turns and how quick we are.
I don't know how to do that.
Cardio.
You can hit the gym with me.
I did. But we were more focused on brute strength than we were in cardio.
Well, I don't think I got a chance to do anything.
There's a knock on the door.
Come in.
Door opens and Darbus comes in. Darbus Tomain, your trainer. Big lateran guy. This time in like summer appearance, so bright colors on his hair and features. And he pulls up a chair and like swings it and sits with like the back to his chest, like, so you all suck. But don't worry. That's fine. That means there's room for improvement. Also, as I said, you fought a group of people have done this before. For the record, glass cannons. That's kind of what they do. They can't really fight for long, but they can hit really hard.
I'm the same.
You know.
I know.
He looks to you all, Arrow's like, whoa, buddy, sorry. Not even a chance to say hi.
Just don't even.
Take it in stride. You've lost nothing and gained valuable insight. Up to you, by the way, if you wish to continue. You can bow out. No one will think less of you.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
Olo, was there a reason why you wanted us to do this?
As I told him to.
Learning experience.
I told him he would find people here who had interesting combat abilities, who would bring unique strategies to the table. Maybe he could find someone here who might be able to teach him a few things.
One.
What did you roll?
21.
Gonna make a roll for him. He's not being exactly truthful. You get the feeling some amount of judgment will be had, but you are all fairly new here, so it won't be too bad. You're likely think it won't be too bad. He's just hiding the fact that, I mean, some judgment will be passed.
But I didn't really get a shot at doing anything except maybe buying you guys around, and not even the fun kind of rounds I used to buy people.
I mean, if you're buying all of us a round of drinks, I'm all for it.
I mean, maybe the losers in this room.
I mean, I'm your associated trainer. This is my loss as much as yours.
All right, well, you get a drink too. You can have mine. If you guys want to come back, I'll be here.
Are you doing this again?
We still have more to learn.
So is that a yes, Olo?
Yes, for me.
I suppose
Okay, cool.
we have to live up to our name, right? We have to ourselves, or at least try.
Jarvis is ignoring all of them and he's just looking at Ricky. So, returning or this is your stop? I mean, rumor has it that you are the badass of the team. Given, last warrior standing.
I think I have to suffer enough jokes as it is without being dubbed the chicken. And it seems that...
That's kind of racially insensitive, so we kind of tend to frown on that.
Well, yeah, talk to Olo about that sort of thing.
There is a look. Like, we're going to have words, Olo.
These guys talked me into this. I think, they absolutely should be seeing it through. So, come on, guys. You can't back out now after forcing me here.
No, we're not backing out.
I'm going to text Ricky. Just 3 letters. MVP.
Most valuable poultry.
But not
promise
chicken.
not to make any jokes.
You promise I didn't say anything. That's the DM, not the other character.
Second text is a little like strong arm,
No, it's a pride thing now. Ricky's not going to back out. They forced her into it, so.
Can I take a look at your weavers by any chance?
Sure. Hand over.
He takes a look and then he looks at Ricky, has, I'm guessing, nothing combat oriented. Maybe Palisade, and that's it. And he goes,
I have actually got an offensive layout for my weaver. It's just
not used.
I couldn't use it. Yeah, it's sort of a like we're really in dire straits kind of scenario.
You've
But
got more
most
than
of-
me. I don't.
Most of my loadouts are literally like labeled defensive, healing, and utility, and then I have one that's offensive.
He looks at
I have nothing like that at all.
he
Mine's
looks at you.
all-
He looks at yours. Will is like, I see a problem. Olo and
Look,
and
I'd
Errol,
like to point out, I am going to let you know, I'd like to point out that bear in mind I was a chef before this, so it's all you like utility based for cooking food
I
and
was
making
an
sure
I was
food is
an
fine.
accountant. Your point?
Well, I just haven't bothered to
You're
change it.
trained with knives. I'm trained with balance sheets. So your point is moot.
I'm just thinking about the damage Olo could do.
Besides, I have read your history files. You've done a whole lot more than chefing in the past year.
I mean, that is true. I haven't thought about it other than, like a vacuum and control flames and, restore food and drink. And that's just,
I mean, that's fine. That's why you have loadouts. You just need to, when you know you're gonna go into a situation where there's life or death, you load up the can of whoop ass module set.
I mean, true.
That's how it is.
That
We
is
can work
true.
on that. We can work on that. Couple of you two, some improvements can be made, but more or less you're good enough. But I mean, you just need more experience. Fortunately for you, there's a few tasks available here and there. I mean, you're still seekers in training, and there's a job posting board here. And we are, constantly traveling through a very dangerous environment. How do you all feel about going on a nice undersea adventure before your next match?
No.
We have suits, so you don't worry. Your hair won't go out.
It's not my hair I'm worried about.
I don't know that your hair could fit in.
Or my feathers.
I mean, I can bring the danger down here so you can take at it like in a controlled environment. But I mean, if it escapes you and destroys half the city, it's on you.
I don't know how my swimming lessons are going.
He just laughs when he sees your reaction.
This is my job. I'm in.
Alternatively, I could train you personally. And he just lets it hang there like half proposal, half threat.
I mean, I've been having swimming lessons. I don't know if I can swim. I would prefer to be trained by you than to drown.
Let me set up a trading regime. And, I'll have you fight against me. But this time, unlike when you first came into Reverend Day, I will not be pulling my punches. And we'll play under the tournament rules. If I drop your ass, you're out.
Okay.
But for now, rest up and, go about your business. There's still a few days before your next bout. This, a couple of preliminaries going to go on. You still have at least, a couple more to rake up some points.
Okay, cool.
Just know that when it comes to this tournament, you see someone down, it is not only acceptable but encouraged to kick a downed man.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at Errol, case in point. It's the biggest source of points.
You really didn't like it, did you, Errol?
No.
I mean, the team has with you broken their previous record of fastest KO.
Great.
I know it's slightly offensive, but I mean, it's a great record to have.
Are we done here?
Yeah, sure. I was just come here to see how you all were and mooch off some of your drinks. And he grabs basically like a Coke and goes.
You know, when she's gone, Errol just looks at the others and just says, "Look, it's not a secret. I'm pissed off."
The door opens against his. Oh, sorry. I just got a call. There's an alternative. The captain has offered to train you.
Will just looks at Ricky like, oh, okay.
I figured that would be the reaction, so I'm going to tell her no.
I mean, if I'm going to get my ass kicked.
Either way.
It may as well be by the captain and nobody will be laughing.
And he goes away and locks the door again.
Yeah, it's no secret. I'm pissed off because, well, you just heard, fastest man knocked out. But the rest of you did great. Honestly, they can talk as much shit as they want. Especially you, Ricky. Last woman standing.
Yeah, thanks for bringing me back up when I almost was down the first time. That was helpful.
We'll figure out how we work as a team, and next time we'll all be standing.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's go do something more interesting.
Karaoke.
Sure.
No.
You enjoyed yourself last time.
The sign on your door that says Redeemers changes to "Are you leaving?"
Yes.
The room around you dissolves, and you're once again in that platform in the center of the Colosseum, basically that Olympic area.
Oh.
You don't see an arena in the sky, nothing. Just what you're guessing is an artificial blue sky above you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then let's go find somewhere to. I would say drown our sorrows, but the rest of you can.
As you all go drown out your sorrows, you get a tap on your shoulder, Errol. And Roderick shows up. And, I figured you'll be all here. Pissed off, are you?
So mad. So mad.
Don't worry, I've had the same treatment. You're not the first people they've done that to. They did it to me in a final.
I think I was just told fastest man out.
Yeah. That's there. You need to see the on the official site. They've given like a trophy, and it just shows you on the ground. It's wonderfully embarrassing. You just need to let this shit go. Just let it go. Everyone's having a bit of fun. Did you lose anything, really? Did you die? Did you lose an arm?
Just my dignity.
How did you lose your dignity? You got taken out by better opponents who knew what they were doing, targeted you, and took you out. Nothing No dignity lost there. You didn't give up. You didn't surrender. You didn't make a fool of yourself. You just got taken out. You all did perfectly fine for newbies. I mean, point of record, what I would have done, I couldn't tell you before because they kind of told me not to give you any newbie advice. So you would go, get the true newbie experience. But without that team, ignore the two lizard guys. Bert and Bert, ignore them. Go after Mart and Marty. Yeah, they're Bert with a U and Bert with an E. And then Mart and Marty. Go after Mart and Marty. Ignore the other two. I mean, they hit hard. They're fairly good and skilled, but without their backing, they have no chance. Just a matter of, seeing what you're up against, figuring out a priority and going for it. Which reminds you at this moment of that book on strategy that Olo quoted. Conventional wisdom says, punch the cleric.
Next time, punch on the cleric. With my hammer.
What it is. Don't worry. Again, people might give you shit. They might laugh a bit, but it'll pass. And there's still a fucking tournament going on. There is a chance to bring it back and make a name for yourself.
And potentially fight them again.
And then you can take them out. Or they can take you back again out in the first round. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. It falls under it is what it is. And along the way, you'll make a name. I mean, fuck it. Will already is Cliff Jumper. This fucking pageantry thing does not limit itself to a tournament. It is part of our fucking culture here, the Seekers, all over the world, that if you get a nickname, basically, along the way for important deeds or just something you have a knack for. Jumping out of the window in pursuit of a suspect tends to be one of them.
I'm actually kind of really liking this name at the moment.
What's yours?
I don't have one. I still haven't made enough of a name for myself. I'm not that much of a veteran. I've been here for about 2 or 3 years, but I'm still not what someone would call, a higher rank seeker. I've still not made a name for myself. Captain has a nickname. Every member of the Oxen Accord has a nickname. Just it is what it is. Or I can tell you the captain's nickname. Her name's Whirlsong.
World Song.
Whirl, like Whirlpool. Whirlsong. She's a powerful druid, along with a badass pirate. In other words, she's a level 20 druid rogue.
Makes sense. Why she was not afraid of some little ass punk.
Yeah.
Every member, she's got a name, and like the names are tied to stories, to their legends, important events. Some are just masters of a specific obscure fucking martial art, and gain a title from there, and that becomes her nickname. It's really just a bit of pageantry, but it's part of the culture. This is just your first glimpse at it. Some people make names as a group, and that goes beyond this. Well, I will say, and forgive me for saying this, but the Redeemers is fucking pretentious. I love it, but it is a bit pretentious. And, well, now you have to live up to it. Sorry, what, Nate?
Errol just is invited karaoke.
Nate, headphone.
I don't know why it keeps not picking me up.
There you go.
Weird. Errol just, I don't know if it's picking me up,
Yeah, it's good.
but Errol just is like inviting Roderick to karaoke with him.
It's cool, sure. I don't mind. I want everyone but Errol to make an insight check. Although you don't need to, they need to do it. You've already rolled this before.
$25.
5. He's just a very kind guy. Like, he's just here as a friend, just to help you out. Help you.
Tell like 8.
He's just a fun guy and helping here just to help you feel a bit better. RaQui, from the looks you're seeing and the proximity, this dude is into Errol. He wants some craggling in his life.
As per Errol, oblivious.
I think you've rolled badly enough times that unless there is a new moment that definitely, unless something happens, you're not going to question it anymore.
It's like his mother all over again. Like, you just fail enough that you just go, this is clearly it.
It is what it is. But yeah, RaQui, you are like, yeah, I can see what's happening. And they don't have a clue. I mean, Roderick has a clue. Errol, not so much. And you all go for karaoke, I'm guessing.
Yes.
So I'm going to need performance checks.
We all know that we can sing. We aced those performance tests last time.
I will tell you, Roderick makes an ass of himself. He rolled a 4. So his singing could shatter glass, and in a good way. Says in the end, says I can do a lot of things. Singing, not one of them.
I'll take it.
How about you all?
I rolled a 15 plus 1, 16.
Decent enough. Fairly good. RaQui, I know that look.
30-20.
RaQui once again embarrasses you all with just proving that she indeed is the MVP of the group.
We have to keep the band alive. We all rolled like 20 something else. I think.
Well, Will and Olo.
Olo's just not into it tonight.
What did you roll?
7.
Yeah, Olo, instead of just not singing badly, just skipping over sentences, like sings one line and then skips the next 3. Just very much distracted. And Will?
And that 20.
Oh, there's it starts Will starts a bit, nervous, but when she sees RaQui pick up and deliver, it turns into a fucking duet. There's people looking in from the outside like, the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
And a couple of days go by, and RaQui, you find that some people, at the morgue, kind of don't, like, on the way back, so they're saying bye and saying bye, RaQui, say bye, Songbird, and go their way.
No, see what happens when you make me go do things like karaoke.
Yes. Perfect.
And RaQui, you actually get a message from Roderick saying, Yo, Songbird, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going great. No, I don't know where Errol is.
I wasn't asking about him, but okay. I was just, yeah, I heard the nickname. I thought it was kind of fun.
I just thought I'd preempt, but hope you're cool.
Preempt. That sounds like you're trying to tell me something.
I'm just going to think to myself, nothing that you don't already know. Not going to reply with that, though, because, you know, that would be bad.
He lets
mentally
it,
think.
Yeah, he lets it go for a little bit, and it just essentially sends you like a gif of waggling eyebrows, and that's the last message he sends.
I'm just going to think to myself, maybe I should tell Errol. And then I get distracted by something and forget.
Yeah, there's another dead body.
It's like the instead of shiny, it's dead.
Literally.
What is Olo up to in the next few days?
Olo is he's doing research. He's researching modules, tactical add-ons, weavers, configurations. He's just literally looking for that little edge, that little improvement.
As you're sitting one day looking at options and looking at market posts of what's for sale and such, you see that nearby are two guys with short swords, and they first like tap the swords one to the other, and it's kind of slow, almost like a training, and slowly it starts to pick up pace, and soon enough the two are not, you realize they're not fighting. It's a choreography, but it's highly acrobatic. They're throwing knives at one another, catching them, throwing them back, twirling in the air, almost like to the beat of their own music, while at the same time, as people approach, they start to talk. And, another one doesn't talk but sings. And they're kind of telling you the story of a fight between two rivals while they enact it. These are two College of Swords bards. You can see that there is part, showmanship, but the skills are there. Like this is a level of mastery of. Wait, I'm getting a weird echo, like horrible echo. Okay, I'm still getting an echo. Oh, okay, not anymore. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know what that was. You see them twirling and moving, and there is a display of like martial mastery in this. Some spellcraft comes along, but these are some amazing folk. And at the end, people are clapping, and they're just, just tired. And right after, one of them gets a notification and goes, "Yo, we got some dire sharks in one of the ports. Do we hit it?" Goes, "Yeah, let's go." And just both bolt out of the place, grabbing their gear and running to fulfill a job that just opened up. What does Olo think of the performance and the skills in display?
Olo liked it. Olo likes swords. Swords are cool. He feels really intrigued about that style of fighting. The dexterity shown kind of makes him feel like it's something he could do.
Whoa, Sorry, there was a moment of pure internet dial-up there. But yeah, sorry, that rocked me out of my train of thought. You see them this way. In a way, it's similar to what you do as a swashbuckler, but there seems to be a whole lot more style into it and a more fluidity of movement that goes with it. Although you don't know how much of it is the pageantry and how much is the actual skill. But, I mean, the show they put on is impressive. And if you're the only thing you'd like to do now, likely, is watch them on a real fight just to see, how those skills translate into a combat. Will, what have you been doing?
I would probably have gone to work and been like, oh man. But it's fine. Just carrying on. And maybe getting a module with other things on it.
Overnight, on one of those nights, as you have been thinking about the fight and everything, you open your eyes and find yourself sitting in a temple. Sitting on one of the pews, just looking ahead. No real symbolism anywhere. It's just bare, but it's a bunch of rows of seats that remind you a lot of a temple. And in fact, what is in front of you shifts. And then in front of you, you are looking at a kitchen. One of the many kitchen that you have helped in the past by bringing food and helping the homeless and poor and those without means to have a nice meal in a hot place to be and have a decent life. And you see that there's someone brings out just like a plate and there's a big cake. Everyone gathers to celebrate and they're singing like happy birthday to a person, to a young girl. And as she's about to blow the candle, this dude that looks like likely has a huge hangover or is drunk out of his ass or just looks very rough. You've seen the type before, usually involves some form of substance abuse, and some that you have met are like just folk that have been battered so much by life that decency kind of goes out the window many times. And you see that they just kick the girl aside, grab the cake, and start running away. You find yourself standing now, and you see the person running away and the little girl there. What do?
I go after the guy with the cake.
You catch up to him immediately. You are right next to him. What do you do?
I try and get the cake back.
The cake goes flying. He looks at you and you're trying to take it, and instead he just discards it and tries to run away.
I kind of stop him, like grab hold of him before he can run.
You grab hold of him immediately.
Like, there is another way. You shouldn't have done that.
Let me go, you bitch.
There is another way, like I said. I'm not letting you go.
He tries to squirm away from you and try, like, get out of his coat to get away.
No. I kind of push, if there's a wall, I try and like push him against the wall and be like, there is another way.
You slam him against the wall. And you hear another voice in the back of your mind. What's to be done with him? And you see different images again. In one image, you bake another cake, and this time bake two. You give one to the girl and give the other one to him. In another, you force him to apologize, bake another cake, and cut him a slice. In another, you bake another cake for the girl, and you send away.
I forced him to apologize because if he hadn't discarded the cake, I was going to give him a slice of the cake. But I make him apologize because he shouldn't have done that and try to show him a better way. And I give him a slice of the cake.
Voice appears in your mind. And he goes, why did you give him a piece of the cake?
Because I don't know what his past is. I don't know why he did what he did.
Doesn't he deserve punishment?
He deserves to apologize and prove that he deserves the redemption first before he gets punished.
So, breaking the rules and striking against the community can be forgiven with a simple apology.
No, it depends on what the situation is. This is a stupid example. If you want to know whether or not
the image changes, and instead of the simple thing of a girl with a cake, it's a girl with some money, and the guy is now mugging her to take the money.
and I go to stop it.
Stop him. Says, in this case, apologize and give him a bit of the money.
No.
Two situations appear before you. It says, what's the difference? The crime is theft in both cases.
Theft with food is different. That is an act of desperation. A theft of money
It's an act of desperation.
It's different. I know people can live without money. People can't live without food.
Another image appears. And this time the guy stabs another guy for a bag of bread. Does he apologize and get some bread?
No, because he took someone's life. Potentially.
Where does the line stand?
And it's on the violence and what it is for. If you cause somebody physical harm to the point of hospitalizing or killing somebody, that deserves to be punished. If you steal an apple from a market or something like that, that is something completely different.
Shows you back the first image of where he took the cake. And as I mentioned, he kicked the girl aside and took the cake. There's physical violence here on a child. Does he deserve a slice of the cake?
No, I didn't see the child get kicked. I saw what was happening with him grabbing the cake.
Community is bound by laws, by rules. Those who break them must be judged. They must be punished. Before any redemption can happen, first, the crime must be paid for. Not every time is the crime something as straightforward as, and the image appears again of you jumping out the window in pursuit of the assassin. An image shows you cooking food for a lot of people, and never truly interfering with what happens, and just offering warmth and comfort and succor. Another image shows you a very real you, seeing two homeless folk disappear and literally leaving everything behind to find out what the fuck happened. The voice says there are different ways to serve a community. Some offer warmth, some offer a hearth. Others stand at vigilance and protect everyone in the community and ensure that those who break the rules pay for their crimes and eventually might get that redemption. I wonder which you'll choose. And then you wake up the next day.
I hate to go to fucking church.
You go to the temple, and sitting there, who do you pray to? Your goddess that you've been following so far in your life? Or is this a prayer seeking insight, but no specific God in mind?
Yeah, a prayer seeking insight without any particular one in mind. Just to ask what path I should be going on.
Everything goes dim. And then all the candles turn bright red. And you feel a gentle tap on your shoulder. As someone leans forward, and you just see a man in an impeccable business suit with black hair sailed back and large horns, and goes, "Well, hello, dear. You have questions? Perhaps I can be of some assistance. I am quite experienced in matters of crises of faith." You don't need, you know who you are seeing. You know, you have this instinctive feeling of who it is, and you know it's the Lord of the Nine Hells, the god of contracts and deals.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, maybe we need to have a quick chat. And that is where we're going to leave our session.
Okay.
So that's where we're going to leave our game. We'll be back in a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, because I will be out on vacation for the next couple. The only games that will be running the channel for during that time is our Peanuts next Friday and the charity stream the following week. Other than that, I'm out and resting, recharging, and making and scheming horrible plans. Until then, we shall have to wait to see what kind of conversation Asmodeus and our dear Will have. It will prove to be enlightening. Oh, and you're all level 6.
Yes, finally.
I've been holding on to that one for a while. That's going to be it for us for tonight. But before we go, we'll just quickly go around the table and then we can tell you who they are, who they were playing, and where you can find them in the dark corners of the internet. Nate?
Hello, I'm Nate. I've been playing Errol Lemoness, RaQui MriTtyur. You can find me on Twitter as Tiny Psychic and here on this channel for the next couple of weeks, but usually on Sundays playing Aetherseed here and alternating Fridays playing vampires.
Nate? Nate?
I'm Jade. You can see me on this channel every now and again, also on Sundays. And you can also find me on Twitter as JJ_squishy90. And also, I am currently playing through Life is Strange 2 on my Twitch, which is a very long name. You want to know what it is? It is, how am I going to say this very quickly? BB Marvel DC SPN Squishy. And I also do some drawing and things like that as well.
Ash?
Hi, I'm Ash. I've been playing Olo, the now really, really frustrated Lightfoot halfling rogue who wants to get stabby with it.
And the last bird standing?
Hi, I'm Kat. I have been playing RaQui, the very smug, secretly smug Aarakocra bard who was persuaded to do the Fight Club and was the last bird standing.
Well, that's going to be it for us for tonight. Thank you all for watching. We hope you had a good time, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.